Okay. Rani?
Warm greetings from Greece, dear audience around the world, parents, educators, and students. Welcome to the Real Talk with Experts, hosted by me, Professor Angelampu, and Coach Siama Marikar. I'm Professor Angelampu, advisor at Elegant Empire Education. I'm a STEM instructor, researcher, and author working at the Greek Ministry of Education and the Greek Astronomy and Space Company. Welcome again to our education lifestyle journey towards 2030. This forum is powered by Elegant Empire Education Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life to their potential, which ignites curiosity, enriches knowledge, and nurtures personal and professional growth. Her vision matches with the mission of Elegant Empire Education as it curates a diverse range of online summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive and supportive environment. And by harvesting the power of technology and innovation, and through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning urban community. Elegant Empire Education strictly follows the slogan Quality Education for All. And today, after the success of our previous topic on why women in 21st century prefer to remain single, a topic which aroused heated discussions, today we're coming with a follow-up concerning men this time, why men in 21st century delay marriage. Now the floor is given to Coach Siama Marikar to introduce our prominent panelists for today. The floor is yours, Coach Siama Marikar.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rania, for that beautiful introduction. Very good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. A warm welcome again to our educational forum, Real Talk with Experts. Yes, as our Dr. Rania mentioned, we had a very wonderful session a couple of week ago about women, modern women, and how the lifestyle has changed now. They have evolved, they are educated. At the same time, as a result of that, the lifestyle also has changed, right? So we thought of today to shine our light little bit on men. What about men then? Haven't they changed? They also have changed, right? Their lifestyle also have changed due to many reasons, because olden days all the men they got married at right time because things were appropriate at that time and it was normal, but nowadays it's not like that. There are many responsibilities maybe, or maybe educational things. There are many reasons. Let's deep dive into today's session with what's the reason behind why do men of the 21st century delay marriage. So we have three eminent panelists here to discuss on the issue or the topic. Let me first introduce myself and then introduce the first panelist today. I'm Coach Shyama Marika from Oman. I'm a teacher, trainer, and NLP master practitioner, and I work at Elegant Empire Education as an educational officer. So, with this, let me first introduce my panelist, Dr. Kumaran Gangadharan. He is from Malaysia. Um, he's a doctor in philosophy and sports science. He's a speaker, presenter, multi-award winner, writer. He has published many articles, and he is a lecturer at IPGK Sultan Abdul Halim, Kedah, Malaysia. Right, sir? Very warm welcome. Uh, Dr. Kumaravelan, how are you doing today?
Yeah, doing good. It's a nice day, and we have a very hot topic. Um,
Yes.
let's
I
see.
would like to, yeah, I would like to share your question for you, sir. What
Yes.
is metropolitan man? Why do you think men delay getting married? This is your question.
Okay. Before I answer, thank you so much for Prof. Which become the host here, and all my panelists. Okay, so I already get introduced, so I think no need to introduce back. Okay, so the question is, what is the metropolitan man? Okay, before I want to say about the metropolitan man, there is variety of man types actually. Intelligent man, social man, family man, and one type is metropolitan man. And today that will be our concept. And it's more than a concept. Actually, metropolitan man meaning it's a lifestyle. It represents a man who not confined by the narrow limitation of traditional masculinity, but instead is embraced by diversity, is sensitive, is cultured, is open to different perspectives, and most importantly, is an advocate to gender equality. Not only that, these kind of metropolitan men aren't afraid to express themselves. Like last time in the 80s and 90s, the men are afraid to to express their feelings. But these metropolitan men are not afraid to celebrate and to express their feelings, and they are break free from the social norms and to dictate how men should behave. And you can see some kind of metropolitan man's embody, like they are more to emotional intelligence and vulnerability, like they're more to EQ. They are more comfortable to not comfort. I mean, they are more comfortable to express their emotion, and not only that, they are not afraid to be vulnerable. So they're like openly can share about their feelings, and if they feel they are sad or depression, they are seeking therapy if they needs. And not only that, they take care of their mental health, how they take care of their physical health. Not only that, these kind of metropolitan men are more to gender equality advocates. They are more actively work toward gender equality, like supporting women rights, and they are playing role in giving the equal opportunity for the all kind of genders. Same goes to the transgender, and they are like more to like speak up person who against the harmful stereotype. We have been see the men are more dominant than the ladies, but these kind of metropolitan men are more to what to say, like they're more supporting the women's. And not only that, they these kind of metropolitan men, they value the culture. They are open-minded about the different perspective. They are not only saying my culture is the best. They enjoying, they explore all kind of different kind of cultures throughout the travel, the literatures, the food, the musics, like jazz, hip hop, everything. So like they are celebrating the diversity, the difference, and this is the main point of like what kind of person who are the metropolitan. And not only that, they are like more to, they have their own sense, they have their own sense of style, more to say like they have the more sense of style. They're not more to traditional, they're like the
Yes.
way that
And
yeah.
why
So
do you think, sir, yes, they get delay their marriage? What's the reason?
So can
okay,
before that, Dr. Kumaran, can we say that
yes,
this metropolitan man is alpha man?
yeah. Not
Right?
exactly all alpha men. So there is a bunch of men who are saying that they are too dominant. They are having the attitude, the character that they make themselves as an alpha male. They say they are self alpha male. But when we get really into them, they are kind of like abusers. We can say the packs of wolf which are leading the all kind of wolf or the hyena, we say them as a alpha animal. So
So
now
they
they
are
are
very
taking
strong
that.
character. They are
Yes,
strong character. Very strong
yes, yes,
character.
yes, strong sometimes might be abusive, might be
Yeah.
abusive.
Dominant, yeah?
So they're more than dominant actually. They're more than dominant. They are more to like they want to show their power in all kind of situation where the financial, the house, where the relationship. They want to their self to be the front, and they will make sure none of the job done by asking them. And if anything happen without asking or consulting them, then there will be an issue.
Most of them like businessmen, they have very strong character, and
Yeah.
they,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
they
I agree.
empower those like those who are in power, politicians. Most of them. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Dr. Kumaran. Wonderful
Yes.
explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Coach Yama, you were
Yes.
asking him about why.
Yeah, why?
Shall
Why
we
do
come
you
back? Shall we come back later? Shall we come back to this question later?
Yeah, yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah, sure,
Let's
sure,
move
no
on to our
issue.
second panelist then, shall we?
Yeah, yeah. Give him a break
Thank
first.
you very much,
Then,
Dr. Kumare. That
yeah,
was
You're
a
welcome,
welcome.
ma'am.
Thank you.
description about Alpha Man and the Metropolitan Man. Yes, so we learned a lot about them. Now, let's move on to our next panelist, second panelist, Dr. Juari Salkavi from Indonesia. Um, he is an professor, associate professor, and he works at Nadhal Ulama Surabaya in Indonesia. It's a university, and he has more than 34 years of experience in education. He is PhD in language and education and teaching and training also. Um, he's also a writer. Uh, he's into many publications, and he is uh, the vice president of International Association Education. And very warm welcome, sir, to the forum. Is he there?
Is he here? Maybe he's at the back room. I have to admit him.
Okay.
He's having problem disconnecting. Yeah, Professor Juari.
Is he there?
Professor Juari.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's back. Dr. Juari, can you hear me? Juari, can you hear me? Professor, can I proceed? Dr. Juari, very warm welcome to the forum. Yeah, the question for is, what are the advantages and disadvantages of late marriage for men? Sir, can you hear me? Professor Istarmala, would you please connect?
Yeah, he's having two screens. So I've clicked one screen because we have already reached the maximum number, 6. So it's like, Dr. Juari, can you hear us? Dr. Juari, I'm texting him.
Can you unmute? Let's just ask him to unmute.
How to unmute? I cannot unmute him just like that.
Yeah, he has to do that.
Wait, let me add him on another phone. Okay. Dr. Juari, can you hear? Can you hear me? Dr. Juari, can you hear me? Our important panelist. He has a lot of exciting things to share with us. Dr. Juari, you are muted. Dr. Juari, please unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic. Okay, we just carry on. I'll wait for him to text me. Then we'll continue with him. Maybe we can go straight to Dr. Pratik now. Yeah. And we come back to Dr. Yeah, he's visible, but
let me introduce our third panelist, Dr. Pratik Mungkar. He's from India. He's a speaker and academician. A very warm welcome, sir, to the forum. How are you doing this evening?
Yes, I'm good. How are you all?
Yeah,
good.
Okay.
Thank you for joining with us.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Yeah. What do you think? What is your take on today's topic? Why do women of the 21st century delay marriage?
Yes. So, what is the impact of late marriages on a country's socio-economy? That was the question. Okay. Nice. So, before I answer this question, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and fellow citizens, today we gather to address a crucial issue that often goes unnoticed amidst the myriad of challenges our society faces. The impact of late marriages on country's socio-economy. While the institution of marriage is deeply personal, its repercussions extend far beyond the confines of individual lives. So, late marriages, characterized by the increasing trend of couples delaying trying the knot, carry profound implications for the fabric of our society and the vitality of our economy. First and foremost, let us recognize that the decision to marry later in life is often a reflection of broader societal shifts and evolving norms. Factors such as pursuing Higher education, establishing career, and seeking financial stability have led many individuals to postpone marriage until later stages of their lives. As I said, my example also, I am 29 complete, but still I will take some time to establish myself because my goal is now on education and the career. So while these aspirations are undoubtedly noble and indicative of progress, we cannot overlook the ripple effects they exert on our socio-economic landscape. One of the most palpable, what you can say, impacts of late marriages is the demographic challenge it poses to our nation. Delayed marriage often translates into delayed childbirth, resulting in decline sometimes in fertility rates. And in a world where population growth is essential for economic dynamism and social cohesion, dwindling birth rate rather threatens to strain our workforce, burden our healthcare systems, and exacerbate the challenges associated with an aging population. Moreover, a shrinking labor force could hinder productivity and impede economic growth, thereby jeopardizing our country's competitiveness. Particularly in India, also India is number one populated country on the global stage. So, furthermore, late marriages can perpetuate economic inequality and exacerbate disparities within our society. Access to education and economic opportunities often dictate individuals ability to marry later in life. Those from disadvantaged backgrounds may find themselves disproportionately affected as they contend with financial barriers that impede their ability to achieve milestones, such as home ownership and financial independence. So consequently, late marriages may deepen the fault lines of, you can say, inequality, perpetuating cycles of poverty and hindering social mobility for generations to come. Additionally, late marriages have far-reaching implications for family structures and intergenerational relationships. The postponement of marriage often translates into delayed parenthood, impacting the dynamics of familial support system. As individuals marry later and have children at older ages, they may encounter challenges in balancing caregiving responsibilities with career aspirations, leading to increased stress and strain on family relationships. I would take pleasure to give my example. My father, he got married delayed. Like at the age of 38, he married because of the family responsibilities and the poor financial stability. Okay, but you know what? When he retired, at that time, me and my sister were so young. I was in grade 10, and my younger sister, she was in grade 9. So after his retirement, we face a lot of struggle, financial problem, and that's why I started teaching at the age of 16 to earn for my higher education and to support for my family. So these are some disadvantages of delaying marriages, because of our what you can say, if we delayed marriage, and you are not competent, you are not, if you don't have educational background, like my father has no educational background, the poor financial status, and if you have this kind of associated disadvantage with you, then your child may suffer. Though I am very much blessed to have my father and mother and their struggle. They work a lot for me, my younger sister. But still, I would like to say generally, if you delay marriage, then this kind of situations or problems, your child may suffer. So that's also a very important point. Moreover, delayed marriages may alter traditional notions of kinship and community, as individuals forge alternative support networks outside of the traditional family unit. So finally, I would like to say, in my conclusion, the impact of late marriages on a country's socio-economy cannot be overstated. From demographic challenges to economic inequality and shifts in family dynamics, the repercussions of this trend reverberate throughout our society. So as we navigate the complexities of modern life, it is imperative that we confront their issues head on and work towards solutions that promote inclusivity, equity, and prosperity for all. So let us not shy away from the difficult conversations and collective action required to build a future where every individual has the opportunity to thrive, regardless of when they choose to say, I do. So that's my answer to your question. And I hope I
Thank you very
justly,
much. Yeah, sir. Thank you very
I
much. That
tried to
was
give
very
justice to
insightful.
the
Yeah,
question.
very insightful. You covered everything from family to next generation, how they have to suffer because of their parents were delaying marriage, right? So,
Yeah, we
all
will come back to you. We will come
yes,
back to you. Another
thank
interesting
you. Yeah.
So, excuse me, I just want to ask something to Dr. Pradeep. Dr. Pradeep, so end of the session, are you supporting or are you disagreeing with the delay marriage?
It depends on person to person. As I say,
No, no,
now
I
see,
mean you,
I
I
have
mean you, I mean you, I mean you.
for
I would
you.
see
Personally,
in
personally.
according to me. See, I have an education, I have a background, so it's okay to be late married for me because I can earn money. I can take responsibility of my family later on also. But those who are, those who have not educational background, those who are financially poor, they should not get delay in their marriage because otherwise their children may suffer. I'm not saying they will suffer, but may suffer because I have experienced the same thing, and that's why I started. I decided that time that uh, I would learn something, and I would do some miracle in education so that if I got married late, then also I will not suffer, and my family will not suffer because of me or my decision, my aspirations. Because my guru says your aspirations are your possibilities, so keep them as high as possible. So right now my aspirations are so high. So right now
So,
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think
Maybe
so.
you choose not to have children. Still all right. Not necessary.
so
You get married. You must
I,
have children.
I mean, I think Dr. Pradeep says, so when a guy have an education and in a very good background, he can marry delay. And when a
Yeah, you
guy,
can marry delay.
yeah. So when a guy have no education and no background, he should marry early. Is it the conclusion?
Yes.
No, no,
As
no,
per
no,
as per my
no,
experience, as per my
no.
experience.
Because what
Unfortunately,
the
I have seen only educated men only postponing their marriage. What is that? Why is that?
no,
Because
because
they have
I
aspirations, they have their
Yeah.
other goals, and
Yes.
until they are very focused. So
No,
when they
just
reach
like
no,
their goal,
everybody.
then they
yeah.
will prioritize.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
They
I
have
think Dr.
different
Pradeep have
priorities in
different
life.
different experience. But me myself, I married early. But when the time I married 26 like that, I already got married. I mean, yeah, I finished my masters and got married early. What I thought, so I have a very good background. I have my financially status. I have my stable income, so I can marry early. So, but when it's come to Dr. Pradeep, the statement is like reverse actually.
Opposite, because it depends on person to person, because every individual has their own
Exactly.
existence, their lifestyle,
Exactly.
their tradition, way of thinking, their background also different, no? That's why
Yeah.
this, you cannot say this is right and this is wrong. It will change
Yes.
from person to person, country to country, religion to religion, background
Exactly.
to background.
So Dr. Pradeep, are you still single?
Yeah, I'm single, ready to
Single
mingle.
Okay.
and
High time,
available.
high time.
Single and available. He's traveling.
Yes.
Don't be
This,
surprised. Tomorrow he comes
as
with a Philippines
Yes.
girl, beautiful girl.
I
And
want to say
like a
something
family.
here.
Yes.
I want to
Yes,
add
yes.
something.
Yes, please.
Please.
Actually, I have a more European mindset, and here, men are getting married at a very, late age. And of course, there's a fear of commitment, but this has to do with what we call relationship readiness. I mean, in my personal opinion, a man should have enough experiences before getting married because maturity can be gained only if through experiences. so that he could have a successful marriage later on. So in what ways does the perception of being emotionally or mentally ready for a long-term commitment influences the decision to delay marriage? Or how do past relationship experiences shape a man's readiness for marriage? I believe that men nowadays should be experienced before getting married. Otherwise, marriage should not be successful. This is what I have seen from my experience, from my friends, from my family, or from my neighborhoods.
If you ask me, I would say this also. Yeah, you are right, Professor Rania. Men, understanding about marriage is most important. Okay?
Yes.
Maturity, the best age is to marry at 30, men. That is what, is fully matured and be able to take pressure. And men, they are not good at multitasking, although they can do. They are not as
They
good
have
as
to
women.
agree somehow. Three people have to agree on this.
Yeah.
They are
So
not good at
it's best that men don't marry too early. Otherwise, he got too many wives. Because he cannot get along with this one, he will go and look for another one.
Exactly.
If you have one wife, he got many girlfriends.
Exactly.
He try to run away from problems, right? Because he cannot handle it. He can't blame. Man is made in such a way. So once he's matured, okay, he will be prepared to a certain extent to take the pressure, to understand what. So you see, what I suggest is that, see, even men, when they are courting, it works for both male and female. When you are courting, okay, don't talk only sweet nothings. They talk for hours, weeks, years. They talk sweet nothings, but they don't talk about what is marriage institution. How are we going to handle? How am I going to handle you? And how are you going? I use the word handle means to manage each other. Okay. So how am I going to handle you? What do you like? What I like? What you don't like? What I don't like? How about your parents? Can you get along with my parents? Okay, guys, the most important thing, go and visit your partner's house before getting married. Go and see how she keeps the room, how she keeps the house, how she behaves at home. That is a good sign for you to decide at very early stage whether she is one of the sign to know tips if she is the right person for you to start with. There's no right or wrong person. Yeah. So I think the man has to be prepared, understand what is marriage institution. It's a partnership. If the men and the women understand this, but men, as I always say, lead the woman, even when you are courting. Okay, lead the woman. Make sure that she discuss with you everything. So when you have understanding about marriage and all that, you are prepared to get married, then it's good. Like another factor, main factor is financially. If you are not ready financially, don't get married because you feel miserable. Your partner, nowadays things are not like those days. If you check back your mother, no matter how tough it is, she still carry on with your father. She still put a smiling face when your father comes back. But nowadays, don't expect your wife to put a smiling face when your pocket is empty. You can't meet all the expenses. If you think you are not ready to get married, okay, you can't take the responsibility. Please don't. Don't depend on the woman. Okay, the woman, whatever the woman earn is the same. So, Dr. Juwari, are you ready? Can you hear? You are muted, sir. Can you unmute your mic? Dr. Juwari, we are waiting for you. He can't hear. I text him. Dr. Juwari, can you unmute? What a waste. I want to hear from him.
There is a message in the private chat. He has mentioned problem with connection.
Wait, let me see.
You have a problem with the connection.
Yeah, that's why I think he couldn't. That's why he couldn't connect.
Ma'am, by the time we are waiting for Dr. Juwari, you remind me of two proverbs. One is nowadays men and women are ready for wedding, but they are not ready for marriage.
Yeah. No, no. Over ready to live together. They are prepared to live
Yeah,
together.
and one more thing, the woman always say, "My money is my money, and your money is my money too."
Obviously,
Yes.
because men is expected, man is the provider naturally, and man is
Yeah.
expected to provide the woman.
Yes,
So
hello.
your money
So
is my money,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my money is my money.
Yeah. Nothing wrong in saying that, Dr. Kumaran. What do you think?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
man
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
understand.
exactly. And just now, Prof. Esther said you must go and visit the in-law house, and I'm also sitting in the in-law house actually. So I'm thinking, so my
Oh,
in-law take care of
okay.
my kids, so they take care of my kids. So okay, no issues.
Okay.
So, Dr. Kumaran, it's too late for you. You are married with children, so you cannot.
Okay, let's
Okay,
ask Dr.
so,
Pratika. I would
Pratik,
like to ask
yeah.
something about Dr. Pratika.
The single
Do
man,
you think that
single man.
cohabitation is a great way to test run relationship before fully committing to marriage?
Living
Yes, yes.
together. That's
Living
very popular
together,
now.
you can get to know each other without. What do you think?
Yes, yes. I support the European culture, though I'm Indian and very religious because, in India, we observed a lot of divorces. You know, People
Exactly.
spend a lot on their marriages, like millions of money. Okay. And after 2 months or 3 months, you will see they have disputes and eventually they file a case against each other, divorces. So we have as we are living in 21st century, so we have to adapt also and accept the new things also, provided we have to support the traditional also because that is our foundation. So according to me, it's better now to stay with that person for some time to know him or her better, because in messenger or in Facebook the person, everything is different, but when you meet personally, okay, then you will come to know the behavior, the compatibility, the nature, everything. And if you feel that this is the right partner, then only you should go for marriage. If you feel that no, I need some time, then take your time, because once you married, then their marriage is not about only two-person, it's about two families. So you are associating your family, then her family also. So when something bad happens, it affects all the people associated with that marriage, not only you and me. That's why I would suggest, or I would advise, that those who are uh, willing to marry, please stay some time, spend some time with your partner, know him or her better, and then consciously
hello.
you take decision.
Everyone can hear me. Yeah?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
But
In Europe and here in Greece, we have more divorces than
Hello.
marriages, as you said. And this is, of course, the
Hello.
fault of both men and women. They don't compromise easily, or, they're egoist, and they're not lifestyles have changed, behaviors have changed, have shifted. So we have to be more mature in order to prevent eventual divorces, certainly.
so
Exactly. I
no, no. Actually, I don't get it. Actually, no. You guys know, like it's living together, like the cohabitation and so on. Yes, of course. In this 21st century, it's become a trend and so on. So why they want to living together? Because they think that marry a wrong guy or marry a wrong woman might lead to the divorce. But when we see that our parents, they used to live around 25 years, 30 years. Why? Because
Yeah,
marriage
but
is all about
but
all.
but the thing is they compromise. That's why they
Yes,
Exactly,
sustain.
exactly.
exactly.
That's why
No,
they
Exactly.
sustain. and
exactly.
now
So,
and now with the education, everyone is independent. Okay, even girls are earning so much, they are in very good positions. So when you grow independently in terms of education, finance, your own thoughts, you cannot compromise. It's very difficult to
but
compromise.
Doctor Pradeep, you see, when we see the guy or girl independently, they're stable with the financial, they have their higher degrees like PhD and masters and so on. Does not mean they cannot tolerate with a guy or the guy cannot tolerate with a girl, a woman, or the wife. Am I right? So you see,
Yes.
when it's come.
Exactly.
No,
That's
ask me the question.
I agree
Ask
with
me
you.
the
No,
question.
no, no, no.
What Dr. Pratik wants to say is that
No,
in the
again,
past, the women
Okay.
were not educated and they could tolerate
Yeah, yeah.
So, no, no, no.
again,
behavior.
Yes,
This is
again,
the
yes.
difference. Now
I
women
have
are more
seen,
educated.
again, it depends on person to person, because I have seen those who are highly educated, highly independent, they still sustain for 30 years, 35 years. And I have seen this case also, that the women is more educated than men and they divorce, or the man is more educated, dominating, they divorce. So again, it depends on person to person, on how you treat your marriage, how you treat your relation. If you want someone to do your things, then don't get married. But if you
Okay,
want to have
Dr. Brady.
really
Yeah,
some
no, no, one more thing. One more
relation
thing.
and love, family, then
No,
so
you see,
it's
one more
very
thing.
contradictory.
No.
You cannot
Eh,
predict the fixed thing here.
No, yes, as a metropolitan man, yes, of course, we are independent and so on. We are believe in the equality of a woman. We give chances for them in all kind of field. Yes, but when as what the said, yes, of course, is different perspective depending on the individual. Yes, of course, I understand. But when you are living in with a girl, it's like we are doing a betrayal, so we are just don't like her character, and we have we live with her around 6 months and we going to search another partner and she going to search another partner. It's like we are not trustworthy, or we are
It's
like
again
not
a
similar
divorce.
to that
And
person.
It's again a
and the
divorce,
second
but
thing,
not legal.
the second thing we talk about, we all speakers, we talk about gender equality, women empowerment, blah blah blah, in every conferences, and all the speeches are excellent, amazing, mind-blowing. But still in, I'm talking about India, but still 80% of the women, they do cooking, they do all the household work, the women's, they went to their offices, they handle the office work or everything, their child education, caring, family responsibilities, plus they do household work. So you cannot say that we still a way to go to achieve the gender equality. We are not practicing gender
Oh, yeah, yeah,
equality.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah. When
none
we
of
see the
us who are,
SDG, yeah,
because
of course.
in my house also, my mom is cooking, my mom is doing household work, my dad is doing some.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to change the scenario, because it's happening since generations. That's
And
why.
because they did with
Okay.
happiness. They are not bound to do that. The
Yes,
mothers and
yes,
all women at home, they do it with much
yes.
happiness, right? So that is a great thing that I feel as educated women and men also. There's nothing wrong in learning cooking and everything,
Yeah,
but
of
still,
course.
us, I have a
Yeah.
pleasure in cooking for my family.
Okay.
That's
Okay, one
the way.
minute. Let us see whether we can hear Dr. Juari since he unmuted. Dr. Juari,
Okay.
can you hear me? Dr. Juari?
Yes, can you hear my voice?
Finally.
Can
Okay,
you hear
great,
my
great.
voice?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Welcome,
Okay, we'll
welcome.
go down
Yeah, yeah.
and now let's hear our
Okay, thank
veteran
you. Sorry,
speakers.
sorry. Yeah. There is
No, no, it
something
doesn't
wrong with
matter.
my connection. Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. We are so
Yeah.
happy that we are
Hello.
connected now. We want to hear
Yes,
you. Yes,
yes.
please.
Okay.
Okay, now,
Doctor,
Can I
Coach
can,
Yama.
can, can I speak
yeah,
just a moment? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no,
yes.
let Coach Yama
Hello.
introduce you and then she will ask
Yeah,
you the
yeah.
Yeah.
question.
1 minute.
Well, I
Professor.
have already listened, but sometimes I cannot follow the discussion
Mhm.
because of the connection. Yeah. Well, if
Yeah,
Okay.
he
yeah.
Thank
talks
you very
about
much, Doctor.
why, yeah. So the
Yeah.
answer is
Doctor.
because. Yeah.
You missed the hot
Why? Then
conversation.
the answer is because.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Coach Yama,
if
please
the
go ahead.
Yes.
theme, the topic is why, hello, then the answer is because. So there are five at least the reason. Yeah. Why the delay? Yeah. Number one is, of course, it is very common, not only in my country, it can also in your country. Yeah. Because of the, sorry, about the changing the societal norms And my experience also when I was young, a man,
Yeah.
and then this has happened to me. For example, in my country, yeah, getting married for men is about 30. That is the latest. But at the time, I got married at 37. And my parents were always worried about me, and even my grandparents asking me when. And so that is about but as an educated people, actually, it is usually want to change the societal norm. So it is not taboo to get married late, for example. Then the second one is, of course, this is very common also, a financial consideration. So many men prioritize establishing financial stability, and therefore, if they want to get married, they want to be established in terms of financial consideration because he must be responsible for the marriage and the family. And so that is the second one. The third one is education and career. Well, among the people, among my friends, yeah, in my country, I got my education faster than my friends here. So before I got married, I have already got my doctoral degree. So I got married, I got my doctoral degree, and even I had my house and also a car at the time. And so education also, yeah, I got my doctoral degree while I got married. So education. While I was worried because some of my friends who have already got married, to study doctoral degree is very difficult and even fail. And because of that, then I delayed. This is my experience. And the
Yeah,
fourth one
amazing.
is, well, this is not my reason. Some of people uh, afraid of getting a divorce. Why? Because there have been the evidence that those who got married young, then they got divorced quickly, and the number of the divorced people here is getting higher and higher whenever they get married young. And those who got married at the age like me, for example, 37, 38, here, it is very hard to get divorce here. So that is number four, the reason. Number five is changing attitude toward relationship. Yeah, I think this is also common. So if the traditional way of thinking to get married in this is my culture, yeah, my culture in my ancestor here. If we get married, this is the traditional saying. We will get so many luck. We can get so many luck. We can get so many property and so on and so forth. Yeah, this is the yeah. And then actually that is the. However, I can also mention the advantages and also disadvantages. So
Yeah.
the advantages is that yes, of course, career, yeah, advancement. If we delay, of course, our career faster than the family building, and then personal growth. Yes, our personal growth in terms of our career also better than compared with those who got married in young, and also financial stability. If we got married, for example, by delay our age here, older, for example, then it is of course guaranteed that we have financial stability and increased maturity. Many young families, young couple, they got divorced and also they also have a kind of problem with the family because they are not mature yet in terms of the maturity. That is the example of the advantages. And how about the disadvantages? Nah, this is in my country. Yeah.
They got disconnected.
Why?
Ah,
Because
okay.
in my culture, those who delay the age of marriage, for example, like me at the time, 37, yeah, and they thought that actually um, I'm not, able to find the partner. But actually, it was easy for me. But I just delete. And then because of that, then the people think that this is not a good man because no woman can, be with the partner. And also biological factors. Yeah. Delaying marriage can also impact especially fertility, and this is also the disadvantage. Yeah. And social pressure. This is the disadvantage. Social
Yeah,
pressure
Dr.
in my
Johari.
country again.
Dr.
Yeah,
Johari.
but yes,
Yeah, Dr. Johari. So,
yes, yes,
do you think it's okay if you choose to get married late? It is still okay because as long you have your own reason to get married late, like what you did, 37, you got married at a late age. You are not wrong because you achieved whatever you want. But if you get married late, so you must do your family planning well. You can even choose not to have children. Okay, right? Not
yes,
necessary. If you think that you
uh,
have to, yeah, you must know I get married at this age. By this age, my child will be how big and how my child is going
okay.
to survive and how am I going to support. So it's all right to get married,
But
okay,
yes, yes,
late, but you
yes,
might not want to have a child. Okay, if you want a child, you have to get
yeah,
married within certain age range so that, like what you mentioned, the fertility comes in is very important, okay, for both male and female. Yeah, and we all nowadays everybody work under tremendous pressure, and that can also affect the fertility and of both male and female. That's why you see many couples, they get married, they don't have children for a few years. Like if you
the
don't have
country
child for
we
2
have
years, 3 years,
different way of
it's normal.
thinking. Yes,
Yeah. So it is still okay. It is still okay that if you choose to marry late, okay. But most important is what you want, how you plan, right? So you are still not wrong getting married late. We cannot. We have to live for ourselves. We are
yeah, yeah.
living our life. Yeah,
I
like
agree.
you
Yes,
say, social pressure,
I
that is
agree.
normal. Even if you get married, there'll be another pressure when your child is coming. First they will ask you, when are you getting married? The moment you get married, they'll ask, when is your child is coming? Then after you have your child, they will ask, when is the second one coming? When is the third one? That's never ending. So we just
Yes.
have to put that aside. Okay,
Uh,
that is what I think. Otherwise we cannot survive, we cannot carry on with life.
but
So yeah.
doctor, yes,
Yes.
but
Yes.
yeah, but doctor, yeah, my oldest son also is now delaying the age. Even his friends here got married, but my son is now also delaying.
Why is
After
delaying?
knowing
What is
me
the
that I got married
reason?
yes.
Oh,
So my son
okay.
also is now
Uh-huh.
delaying the marriage, and even his friends got married, already got
Oh,
married, because knowing that he learned from me. Yeah, but this is in my country, and in my Indonesia is the developing country. I don't know in the modern country like for example Professor Dr. Rania and India or in other countries like in the Singapore here, for example, because I have friends in Singapore here, even 40, yeah, still not married yet. I have some friends there. Yeah, but in Indonesia, yes, we have, but not so many. And this is actually the sometimes there is a pressure of the from the culture from the in the society. But if we learn, in my experience, I never felt, yeah, at the time I never felt being pressured. Yeah, I just enjoyed my life, and also even I enjoyed my family with my children of that time while I got married. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's all, Dr. Esther. And
Yes.
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Wonderful,
much for that, sharing your experience and your knowledge about all these societal problems. Yes. Now, thank you very much, our three panelists today, and we had a very good time discussing on the issue and the topic.
I
Yes.
think we had a hot debate just now, and so I don't know what
And
Dr.
it is-
Pratik and Dr.
yeah,
Kumaran
it's
came
like-
up with.
different perspectives, we can say different perspective,
Yeah,
different ideas, but nothing is right or wrong here. Everything is like right cultures defines, and the environment circumstances defines people life. So it's all about, as professor mentioned, everyone's priority is different, right?
Yes.
So
I think
thank
it's
you
all
very
right.
much for your insights.
It's all right. The most,
Yeah, we had a very
the most
interesting time.
important, Koshiyama,
Yeah,
the most important is the man has to be prepared, ready to commit
exactly.
himself. Okay, commit himself in marriage. He must be ready to tolerate his partner. Yeah. Otherwise, he's not ready to get married.
Exactly.
Yeah. Same goes for the woman, but
Mm.
especially for men because he's the head of the family. So, as a conclusion, what I can say is that get married when you're ready. It's all right to marry late. If you get married late, you plan your family when you want to have child, you want to have or not. Okay, so don't regret later. Plan your future well. So it's all right. Like if you say, if you ask me, like just now, there was some debate going on. The woman, if she's educated, is PhD, that and this, she doesn't want. It's not that, because when just like the man, once you are very independent, means you don't depend on the man for income. You are self-sufficient, and you don't find a man who really can understand. Or maybe you're going on one road, like say, like now, I'm an educationist, I'm doing all this. If I don't find somebody who's understanding, okay, who can understand me, who's very dominating over me, says, no, you cannot go online and do all this, I need your attention more. Okay, you cannot do that, you cannot do this. That will be different. If the person is encouraging, understanding, then it's easier. So that is why these women who are highly educated, independent, they are not really keen about settling down. But like what you shared just now together with Dr. Pratik and all, living together, I wouldn't encourage, but that is the trend now. So if you cannot commit yourself, especially guys, they are very smart. They don't want to commit financially, so they want to live together. I say, the woman, you got to be smart. Okay, don't give in for living together, because end of the day, you are the loser, because the man cannot carry child and abort a child. Only a female can. So if you compromise, then you will suffer, because your freedom is gone forever. Okay, either you have to abort the child, okay, after living together. It's a very, very bad experience. So don't take chances. But again, it depends on the individual. Yeah. Thank you so much. Amazing panelists. Wonderful. I think this also we need another part 2. Okay. So Shyama, you
Yes,
can.
yes, that's what I also felt. Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Kumaran and Dr. Pratik and Dr.
Welcome.
Dr. Juwari.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Dr.
and
Juwari. Poor thing,
this,
you suffered so much.
let me hand over the floor to our Dr. Rania Lampu.
Yes,
Okay.
Rania, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Coach Marika, all panelists and participants. It's my honor to give the closing remarks to the Forum Real Talk with Experts. What a joy today to organize this forum online and to be able to welcome experts and dignitaries from various fields, which is a good sign to collaborate together to enhance our education system globally. I would strongly emphasize that the slogan quality education for all accomplishes the mission and vision of Elegant Empire Education. In particular, thank you, Dr. Kumara Gikadaran from Malaysia, for describing the lifestyle of the metropolitan men nowadays who are more independent, who are more comfortable to express their feelings and emotions, who are not afraid to be vulnerable, who are more gender equality advocates and support women's rights, and they are more open-minded towards different cultures. Thank you, Dr. Pratika from India, for highlighting some economic factors which influence a man's decision to delay marriage, how economic considerations such as job stability, financial independence can impact on this decision. In what ways does the current job market, the demographic challenges you mentioned, and economic climate and economic inequalities contribute to men postponing marriage? You gave us some concrete examples of your own personal experiences about the consequences of delayed marriage. So thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Juari Sakawi, for analyzing this topic through the perspective of changing social norms.
Pleasure.
How have shifting societal attitudes and
Yes.
changing gender roles influenced men's perspective on marriage? The perspective of career goals. How do ambitious career goals and the pursuit of professional success influence a man's decision to delay marriage? And you talked about education, personal development, and growth. To what extent do men actually prioritize personal development, self-discovery, individual growth before committing to marriage? All these factors lead to men postponing marriage, and of course, the conclusion of our heated discussion was that we cannot say what is right and what is wrong. Before putting this forum into a close, let us give a big applause to Coach America for hosting and moderating this forum, Real Talk with Experts. Thank you all dear panelists for your very informative, interesting talks and for the detailed insights you offered to every one of us while discussing the issues on why men delay marriage nowadays. Heartfelt gratitude I would address to the brilliant audience, to the teachers, to the parents, and to the students who made it here with us today out of your busy schedules. We will meet again with another hot and interesting topic. And before I let you go, let us give a big thank you to Ambassador Professor Esther Malla, the visionary founder, the brain and the heart of the Elegant Empire Education as a project director. See you soon. Thank you very much.